I'm Chris, and today we're gonna make this wooden sword. Let's do this real quick. There's something I want to build. Maybe we'll get it done today, I'm not too sure. And I got something fun that I want to do today. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. There's a lot of good woodworking tutorials and stuff like that I made, fun projects, easy things to make because I'm pretty much a novice at this stuff. There's a lot of other videos, tons of content, over 200 videos at the moment whenever I recorded this video. But I'm adding videos like crazy at a mad pace right now. So definitely consider subscribing and joining us and seeing what we do all the time. My son and I have been playing this game called 3D Dot Game Heroes. Now, with reading Ready Player One and also playing this game 3D Dot Game Heroes, you kind of do the same thing between the book and the game where you're going on quests, you're finding keys, you're unlocking gates, you're battling bosses and stuff like that. So I kind of want to make a sword for my son. You know, like the classic gaming sword, almost like a Minecraft sword, just not so blocky. Like big, exaggerated, would you call it a broadsword? You know, like like a Zelda type sword. Now, I've never really made one of these swords before. I've tried to make one and failed at it miserably, so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out today at all. But you know what? Might as well give it a try. So let's see if we can figure this out and get this done. Definitely going to use scrap wood. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to do this. I attempted this once before when I made the wooden guns, and this really wasn't that successful. But I think if I remember, I didn't have a bandsaw. Not that it's the best bandsaw, but maybe it'll help just a little bit with this project. We'll see. So first off, I'm going to try using the table saw. What I'm going to attempt to do is just kind of knock the corners off a little bit so it makes more of a blade shape. I didn't have the blade high enough to cut that, so I'm just gonna trim it down. Now, because I'm using a scrap piece of wood, I'm just gonna kind of mark off the best spots on it, and that's pretty much gonna be the length of the sword. That's where I'm gonna put the hilt. Let's go cut this on the bandsaw real quick, just to get a rough cut. And then just roughly mark out where the handle's gonna go. And I can trim up the rest of it with a jigsaw. Let's see if I can't round over some of these edges. Now to make some kind of a hilt for this thing. Just going to use the largest Forstner bit I have and drill a hole through this thing and then cut it out the rest of the way. Kind of dry fit this together. Let's see. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. Should have marked it. Doesn't look too bad. Get the overall shape here and I'll be set. Just gonna cut a rough shape again in the bandsaw. I'm just going to get a little bit more of a rounded shape with the sander here. I kind of need to put a point on this sword. I do want to make this somewhat safe, so go ahead and cut that out. You can either use the bandsaw and then use the sander to sand it, which I think I'm going to do. One thing I just noticed, this blade's too thick. I gotta get it to a point here as well. Do that on the bandsaw. And then I'll just go ahead and throw some boiled linseed oil on here. I just came in the barn from getting this thing. The boiled linseed oil isn't quite dry yet, but it's not too bad. Just wash your hands afterwards. Let it dry a little bit more, but this thing looks pretty good, doesn't it? I mean, it's almost big enough where I can get two hands on it. I'd like to have one of those, I forget what they call it at the bottom, but the little palm swell thing so your hand doesn't like fly off. But you know what? That's what you do when you start prototyping stuff like this. Design changes as you see flaws and different things and features you want to add. Now, by no means is this thing perfect. It's not meant to be. It's meant to make it really quick because most likely my kids are going to destroy it. And when they destroy it, I won't feel so bad. It won't be like, oh, I put 16 hours into making that thing. No, I put maybe an hour tops into making it. It went pretty fast. It wasn't that bad. But while I was outside, I found something else. Let me show you. Check this guy out. Can you see him? Put him in perspective there. You see how big that guy is? Look how big he is. I don't even want to take him out of there. That thing will kill you. Arachnophobia. Yeah, you remember that movie with what? John Goodman? That's exactly what this is. Alright, I better let this little guy go before it gets a little too hot in there. It's hot with these lights. So, throw him back in the barn, let him, or let her. Either way, let this little guy do what he does. Enough goofing around. I'm just trying to show you the size relation of this, of this thing. But really, I think the sword turned out pretty good. He's happy with it. He's excited about it. And it's not too thin where it's going to break. It's one piece of scrap wood. I wasn't going to do anything else with that piece of wood at all. So, you know, yay for me for using up the scrap wood and making it into something. I like that. I like creating something from junk or nothing and making something pretty cool, something that never existed before, and just being able to, it's fun being able to create that kind of stuff. So as long as I'm up for it, as long as my back can handle it, I'm gonna keep trying to make videos like this and possibly make tutorials on how to make this stuff, and we'll see where it takes us. Not too sure. I've been wanting to do this more and more, but I haven't been able to get out there to do it. The more complicated projects take longer, and I can't be out there that long. I'm dying as it is, and with trying to make a video in a day, that's a lot. And essentially making something like this, that's like 3 videos in one day. That's a lot to do. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Look at him. Whoa, creepy crawly. Ooh, he wants out. He wants you. Is this a wolf spider? I wonder.